Welcome to another episode of The Xperience. This time we're talking Xbox at E3. I'm Quentin Navigator Bowman. I am joined by my partner in crime, Keith Shadow Haxter Mitchell, the editor-in-chief of the Outerhaven Productions. Keith, how are you feeling on this fine Tuesday afternoon?
Well, I'm still sickly, but I'm pretty excited for what I've seen from Microsoft from E3 2016. And I will admit to everybody who's listening, both Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo lovers, I don't want to say Sony took the show, but they had a better presentation with the games. However, I'm really excited with the hardware and the approach that Microsoft and Phil Spencer are taking with the Xbox brand.
Well, they understand that hardware is going to be the future of gaming. And the games should be the focus, but there needs to be equal focus on hardware. And this is what this presentation presented on Monday afternoon.
Indeed.
So let's start by talking about the Xbox One family of devices. Let's start with the stuff that was announced. There is a slimline Xbox One that was announced.
The Slimmy.
The Xbox One Slim, it's according to Microsoft, disputing a sleek new design and robot white color.
Let's stop you real quick. They don't have an actual name for that, though, do they?
The Xbox One S?
I mean, the code name. We never got a code name for that guy.
No code name at all.
Interesting. Okay, proceed. On your way to oblivion.
So the new Xbox One S is the smallest and most compact Xbox ever. I mean, this looks like it's smaller than the Xbox 360e. And we remember how small that was.
I don't know if it's that small.
I mean, that's what they're touting.
I can't say that. Not from the pictures I've seen from The Verge.
The 40% smaller console does have an internal power supply, so no more power break. It does support 4K Ultra HD for Blu-ray and content from Netflix and Amazon Video.
So when you're playing Killer Instinct, you can actually say Ultra.
Pretty much.
That's awesome.
High dynamic range support for video and gaming delivers richer, more luminous colors in games like Gears of War 4. So, you can pre-order it now. It's going to be in stores in August. There are 3 models. The limited launch edition 2TB Xbox One S will be available in select markets.
Wait. I'm sorry. You said limited? Or I think
limited launch edition.
Okay, they might be having a launch edition version, yeah. I pre-ordered one, by the way.
Yeah, limited launch edition will be $399 US.
Yep.
349 British pounds sterling and 399 euros.
We're a North American focused podcast. None of that crap. Dollars. Dollars.
But let's be real. We do have people that love their pound sterling. So,
but they're not lazy. They can look up the conversion rate themselves.
Yeah, and the 1TB Xbox One S is going to be $349, and the Xbox One is going to be $299. And and a little earlier today, it was discovered that the Xbox One original model.
I actually found about it yesterday. It was rumored, but it went into effect today.
It went into effect today. Thank you, Keith, for clarifying that. The Xbox One has another price drop on its head. All major retailers are selling the Xbox One models, at least the 500 gig models, at $279.
Some of the bundles are at $279. The other ones went for $299, and I think the spring edition one is $309. So essentially, I get another $20 price cut.
Yeah. Let's talk about Project Scorpio, which is coming in the holiday of 2017. Now, Project Scorpio will be the most powerful console ever created. 6 teraflops of GPU, delivering a premier console gaming experience, including true 4K gaming and high-fidelity virtual reality, and it will coexist along the Xbox One and Xbox One Slim, and all games will work across all games and accessories work across all 3 platforms. Now, Keith, let's talk about the Project Scorpio for a minute.
Okay.
This is kind of big. Now, remember, NVIDIA just rolled out a GPU that is 9 teraflops of GPU power.
You're referring to the GTX 1080, which I have yet to get my hands on yet.
Yeah, the GTX 1080 is 9 teraflops.
Correct.
The PlayStation 4 Neo is rumored to have 4.4 teraflops.
Yep.
At the most. A console with 6 teraflops of GPU power. It's unheard of.
Well, it's unheard of, but let me drop some knowledge real quick. Now, it doesn't make a difference how many teraflops the system actually has if the CPU cannot handle that bandwidth, that throughput.
No,
Keep
I'm
that in mind.
agreeing with that. I'm agreeing with that. That's absolutely true. I'm just saying if you're touting 6 teraflops of GPU processing power, then I would have to say that the processor they're gonna go with should be able to handle that.
It better be able to handle that.
And if they're still going with AMD, because I think
They are.
They're still
not
going with AMD,
yeah.
it's probably going to be along the lines of an 8370.
Fun fact: Microsoft will never, ever, 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 ever go back from NVIDIA because how bad they dick them.
NVIDIA?
Yes.
Like, okay. Since you brought that up, let's go story time real quick for like a few seconds. Explain that.
No, I don't want to explain that.
Come on, Keith.
No.
I put the whole scenario up, put the story time banner up, and everything.
But I feel sick, and you want me to recall why they won't go back with NVIDIA.
Well, if you can remember the big detail, that the detail with a singular.
The biggest issue was NVIDIA was price gouging the fuck out of Microsoft for the NVIDIA GPUs.
All right, that's all you need to know.
And Microsoft was like, "Hey, can we get a discount?" And NVIDIA was like, "No."
Yeah, that's all we need to know.
And all right, and the SOC, they weren't really happy in regards to the SOC.
SOC, okay.
They weren't really happy with the design of it. They weren't really happy with the performance with it, which is why they asked for a price drop. And the video was like, no. And it's been a nasty. It was a nasty relationship for quite some time. And then I believe the next go around, Microsoft was rumored to looking at NVIDIA again, and then also remember they were looking at Intel.
Oh yeah.
But they eventually settled for AMD
because AMD was actually dealing with them properly.
Well, that and they weren't too expensive,
right?
And they figured nice bang for the buck, which is the same reason why Sony went with them, because remember Sony had their issues as well with the cell.
But that being said, the Project Scorpio is coming in holiday of 2017, and that actually looks really, really good. And I'm
have they confirmed that it's holiday 2017?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what it says in the press release.
So that gives you time to save up your money, guys.
All right,
I'm calling it right now. $499. $499.
I'll say $450. To be a low at $450 on low end, $549 to be high end.
They can't come in any lower.
But they can't go any higher. I wouldn't go higher than $500 really, but if they want to go high end, I'd say $550. Easy. New Xbox wireless controller is a thing.
Yes.
Enhanced comfort, textured grip, sleek, streamlined design.
I called that.
Robot white.
I think I called that. I said
we both did.
It's one of the things I wanted. I wanted texture. That is retarded. This day and age for controllers not to have that.
Well, to keep in mind, in retrospect, the Lunar White controller has textured grips. Like, I have the Lunar White controller.
I just hope it's not like the Xbox One Elite controller. The texture is a little slippery on that. I want it that it digs into your finger somewhat.
Do you have one of the special edition Xbox controllers?
I have the Elite. I don't have the special edition.
Yeah, because I have the Lunar White one, and the texture is actually really, really good. So if the texture is like the Lunar White or the Copper Shadow or any other one that's out there, then yeah, I would have to say that's actually pretty good. But let's talk about how there's added Bluetooth into it, so there's wireless connection to Windows 10 PCs and tablets with the anniversary update, which is coming next month.
Oh, you mean something that people have been asking for years?
Yeah.
No more Wi-Fi Direct?
Yeah.
About time.
The controller will be available in August for $59.99. The Xbox Design Lab is the one that I'm going to really talk about the most, but let's jump to the Xbox Elite Wireless. Let's talk about the Elite Wireless controller, the Gears of War edition with the laser etched claw marks and a battle weather design. It's so freaking awesome looking. It's a $200 controller, and it'll be very limited quantities in October. So
wait, which one are you talking about?
The Gears of War controller.
How much you say it was?
$200.
Okay, yeah. Okay, somebody else said it was $150. I was like, no,
it's $200.
That's $199.
Remember, all this information is coming straight from Microsoft. So,
and you know what that means? F to the no. I'm not buying that.
I mean, it's limited. It's extremely limited quantities. So it's like,
and for $200, it's gonna probably be out in the wild for quite some time.
Nah, but remember, like it's the idea that it's like it's a premium version of a premium controller.
Exactly. And they're already complaining that the premium controller, the Elite, is already too much. So you're adding $50 on top of that.
Hey, it is what it is. I can't complain. I have no qualms. It's not like I'm getting it, right? All right, let's talk about the Xbox Design Lab. Now, the Xbox Design Lab, I love this. I love this.
I've already
Why?
made one. I think this is fantastic. I
I made
really
one
like
already
this.
myself. All right, so there's 8 million color variations. You can customize the body of the controller, both the back and the front. The D-pad, the thumbsticks, the ABXY buttons,
The knobbies.
the knobbies, the triggers, the menu and view buttons, everything. And it's like 80 total. If you want to get laser engraving, it's 89.95.
$89.99. Is it? Yeah,
89.99. Excuse me. It's 89.99.
I don't think you can change the Xbox button though.
You can't change the Xbox. You can't change the Xbox button.
I wish you could have. I would have liked to change that as
Like,
well.
dude, nah, changing that from like changing that to glow like blue or some shit.
Yeah.
Cause honestly, I'm getting ideas like. If you're a big fan of college, if you're a big fan of like college, like North Carolina,
Or not
if
even
you're a
college.
if you're a North Carolina fan, like dude, imagine getting a North Carolina designed Xbox controller.
Not even that. Just any sports team. Any sports team, you can customize your controller.
Dude, I'm thinking about getting a Knicks customized controller.
That you look at my controller because it looks kind of like the Knicks as well.
I thought she was gonna get a 76ers one.
I don't like the
but
Sixers.
then again, you don't want to be associated with failure.
I don't like the Sixers. I'm not a Sixers fan.
You don't want to be associated with failure. That's okay.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm just not a fan of the Sixers.
Yeah, like I get a Knicks or a New York Yankees design one, you know, like doing like the colors and everything like to accentuate. It's like 89. It's at base is $80, right? So
Yeah.
you know that's actually a pretty good price to come in for the design lab, and you can't sell it, and you can't return it if it's not defective.
Well, you can sell it. I mean, you're not going to get much for it. It's just going to be like a generic Xbox One controller. So
No, I think Microsoft, and if I have to make a prediction, Microsoft will put an edict in where it's like, okay, you cannot take these controllers back.
I don't see how. I mean, I paid for it. You can't really stop that.
No, the stores cannot take it back.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not talking about taking it back to the stores.
Yeah, but Microsoft is essentially saying that because of the customized nature of the controllers, and this is on their website, because of the customized nature of their controllers, non-defective units cannot be returned.
I'm still sitting here playing it. I really like this. It's just like when was it the Moto G came out?
Yo,
Was it the Moto G? I sat there and played that customizer for a while.
dude, the Moto G was lit. Like, son, Microsoft is actually taking some cues from Motorola and Lenovo, like with this, and it's actually pretty solid. Like, I think this is where they have a leg up on Sony, definitely.
I would say it's a non-factor, just because
It's a non-factor, but it's kind of a leg up too because it's like, you know what? Yeah, we're all like Microsoft since they brought in Phil Spencer. It's like we're all about the players.
you know, and that's one thing I'm really disappointed with Sony. I expected them to come in and at least announce a new controller because people were saying, "Hey, maybe they'll have a controller."
But
the
you know
DualShock 4 needs a refresh.
But you know what? Forget that right now. Let's move on. Let's talk about uniting gamers through Xbox Live because that's a big thing that they really touted. Xbox Live clubs, like communities on the PlayStation Network, is a new way to connect gamers and create private communities with people who have similar play styles, personal interests, and values. You can also look to group on Xbox Live, so it's like a want ad for multiplayer. Remember how they did beacons for the Xbox 360?
Yep.
This is a more expanded beacons.
You know what though? I didn't really use that. And I'll say on this instance, they're taking a page out of Sony's book because Sony's had this for a while or fairly recent, and I don't know how often that gets used.
I think if Microsoft positions it right, it'll get used a lot. If they position it correctly. But
we'll have to see.
The two big things are, well, the three big things are, excuse me. Arenas on Xbox Live, which will start with Killer Instinct. So you can sign up for tournaments through the Xbox UI or the Xbox app and play for prizes and bragging rights. So they're getting away from the Virgin Gaming stuff, from what I understand. And then we have crossplay with the Xbox One and Windows 10, so you can play multiplayer games together. But one of the biggest thing is Xbox Play Anywhere. You want to talk about that, Keith?
You actually caught me in the middle writing a piece about that. So let me expand on that because I have a gripe with not it, but I have a gripe with the um, the way that it's being interpreted by gamers, both fans of Microsoft and non-fans of Microsoft.
Right.
So Microsoft Xbox Play Anywhere is basically right now limited to I think like 7 or 8 games, so more on the way.
Pretty much the
Basically,
games that are on Windows 10
right.
and on Windows and Xbox One.
So basically, what this allow you to do is, if I go and say I want to buy a copy of Forza Horizon 3, the second I buy Forza Horizon 3 for my Xbox One, I also get a copy of Forza Horizon 3 for my Windows 10.
And it has to be a digital copy, right?
Right. So, well, I don't wait. Let me back up. They didn't really specify that. They didn't specify that because you could easily get a code for it.
This is true.
So they haven't specified that. So that's a good question to send to Microsoft and ask them, or to Phil Spencer on his Twitter account and ask him, can you clarify that? But anyway, you buy a copy of said game, you get access to it to play it on both your Xbox One and your Windows 10 machine. Now that also means that you can do cross-platform play between these two as well. They're
So
touting that as a big thing. So I can play. Well, you can already do it with Killer Instinct. I think can you do it with Killer Instinct? Play Xbox One games on PC?
you've always been able to play any Xbox One game on a PC.
No, versus PC gamers.
Killer Instinct is the only one that does it so far.
So that's going to expand on that cross-play, cross-platform.
Which is something Sony's been doing already.
Right.
And they did. I know that a third-party company did that. I believe it was Arc System with Guilty Gear.
Yep.
So yeah.
But the big thing that I like about it is it carries your achievements, it carries your game saves with you. So
it saves in the cloud, pretty much.
Right. So if I'm playing, Forza Horizon 3 on my Xbox One, and I go to my friend's house and I play it over there, whoop-de-doo. But say I'm playing it at home on my Windows 10 machine, I go downstairs, and all I have is my Xbox One. Well, I can still fire up my Xbox One. My game save will come over, and I can continue on for where I left off. In addition, achievements copy over as well. Remember, if you guys were fans, or not fans, if you use, what was it, Windows Live Gaming, or whatever the acronym was, they were two separate accounts.
Games for Windows Live, yeah.
So that get rid of that. I like that idea.
No, now, and what I'm expecting with the games anyway, like for me, it's more so okay. Like yeah, my Xbox and my PC are right next to each other, and there's times where I'm like, okay, I'm playing Forza and I'm mostly playing Forza on the PC, right? All right, Keith, let's say me and you go to Boston for PAX East again, right? All right, cool. I want to play Forza again. Oh, I have it on my Xbox. I can just continue where I'm going for it without losing
exactly.
a step. Yeah,
I like that. That's just that part is nice. However, there does seem to be a misconception in regards to this because a lot of gamers are also like, well, why do I need an Xbox One then if I can do this and get the games on Windows 10? Now, Microsoft hasn't really spelled it out why you shouldn't. Obviously, they're not going to. That's not their job. But I will put out there and explain to you what exactly the misconception is and where the false information is coming from, what's going on here. So, the lack of a better way of explaining this, you want the game for the Xbox One, but you're like, I can play it on my PC. Fantastic. Do you have Windows 10 on your PC? No, I didn't want to upgrade. Okay, well then that already removes you from the mix. You can't take advantage of that. You can't do that. Okay, you do have Windows 10. Is your machine up to par? Or up to par, excuse me. Can you play it on this machine? Probably, but it won't run well. Then why would you want to give yourself a subpar performance? Stick to the Xbox One. The only way this applies to Windows 10 gamers is if they have a decent machine that's going to play the game well, and you don't have an issue about how Windows 10 store works in regards to gaming. Because right now, I mean, sure, they unlocked the cap rate now at 60 frames per second. They unlocked it. And what else did they do? I can't remember. Oh, they allow FreeSync and G-Sync. However, the games are still being treated like applications. So there's still issues with capturing games. So if you're streaming, if you want to record, there still are issues. Now, you can use the built-in DVR function in Windows 10, but the quality isn't really that good. It's stuck at 20 megs, which is decent.
Okay.
But I mean, if you're uploading it to YouTube, then fine. But if you want high quality video, if you want high quality game saves or copies of your games as you play, that 20 megs is garbage compared to, like, say, the Razer Ripsaw, which is 60, or the Elgato Pro, which is 60, or the Elgato
forget
ACS,
all
which
that.
is
But
40.
that's not even important. Like, the idea of what Microsoft did, that built-in recording, is to put that stuff on YouTube,
Right.
and that's the main goal. So
But you
bringing
gotta
all of that
remember
up, bringing all of
but
that
you
up
gotta
doesn't
remember
matter.
though. You gotta remember though when you have a higher quality and you downscale it, you don't lose as much.
Right.
You ever hear the expression "shit in, shit out"?
Garbage in, garbage out.
There
Yes.
you go. That's basically what you're getting from that. Now, Microsoft was rumored to be upping that, but last I heard, I think they nixed that.
Well, we don't know what's going on, so let's really figure that out. But the biggest thing that coming out of this is, don't get rid of your Xbox. Like,
I don't think getting rid of your Xbox is a smart decision right now. And
right?
keep in mind, guys, a lot of the games that are coming out on the Windows 10 store are first party or second party games. You got to
Well, no,
remember.
not even second party, because keep in mind, Tomb Raider's a third party game.
Right, but they had an exclusivity deal. So
Yep.
that's
But
an
keep
odd
in mind,
buy
there's
off.
also games that are coming out for Windows 10 as well as Steam. So it is like, what was that one game that's also coming out on Windows 10? Like, I think isn't Resident Evil going to be on Windows 10 store?
Yep.
Yep. So Resident Evil 7 is going to be on the Windows 10 store. I believe Tekken may be on the Windows 10 store as well.
No,
No?
Steam. I
I
believe
know
it's
it's on
just Steam.
Steam. I know it's on Steam, but we don't know if it's going to be on the Windows 10 store. Like, we know it's on Steam. There's a listing on Steam for it already.
Well, they announced which ones it's going to be on.
Okay, fair enough.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we might still hear later on. It's like, okay, we're gonna drop it on the Windows 10 store for a cross play between the Xbox and the PC community, if you want to go that route. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Rocket League, pop up on the Windows 10 store as well. But let's move on and talk about the rest of the stuff before we get, because there's a lot going on. Keith, you okay?
I'll be alright. The
All
diesel
right.
water.
Yeah. All right. So Cortana's gonna come to Xbox One. So Cortana works really well on the Windows 10, as it is. Cortana's coming to Xbox One, basically replacing the whole thing. Keep your Connect, because Cortana's pretty damn useful.
Yeah, see, but the problem with that is, again, keep your Connect. There's been a lot of gamers who've got rid of their Connects.
Because Microsoft advertised that shit wrong.
Yep.
And I'll be honest with you. So they're bringing the popular digital assistant Cortana to Xbox One. Familiar voice commands that's available on the Windows 10 devices already. And new gaming-specific scenarios for Xbox One, so it will be initially launched in the US and the UK. Then you'll get PC games in Xbox Live. So with the Xbox update coming this summer, you'll see the top PC games on Xbox Live, with more added every month. Use your Xbox app to see which PC games your friends are playing, view game clips, upload your own, and message and voice chat with friends across games. And there's language region independence. So pretty much, you can choose any supported language on Xbox One, regardless of location. So if you're in the United States, habla español, parlez-vous français, like things like that.
Okay, continue.
That was it for the Xbox Live stuff.
No, that didn't really interest me. Honestly, I really don't know why they're moving Cortana over to Xbox. I mean, I get it, but again,
remember the whole unified Windows platform.
Right, but at the same time, we've seen pretty determined to bury the Kinect. So it's like, we're giving you this really cool app.
I think they're gearing up for a resurgence of the Kinect, and they're just figuring out how to promote it. Where it's
I don't think that's happening. Case in point, they didn't put a dedicated port on the Xbox S.
Maybe because they couldn't.
No.
Maybe because they couldn't because of the size. I mean,
no, that's a design that was done on purpose.
I mean, I'm not arguing anything against it. I don't know why. I'm not in their heads, so I can't really say that. But let's talk about the games, because the games are what matters to most other people. I like hardware. I like to focus on what they have to do. Bruh, Gwent, that was a thing.
I did not care about Gwent. I'm sorry. No thanks.
I was hyped for Gwent, and I'm like, oh man. And then I realized, wait, what? Like,
I remember saying a while ago that I enjoyed playing Gwent, but it got stale, and it's like, It,
you kind of begged for a
oh, I
multiplayer, and it
didn't
got stale, and
beg. I started playing more Hearthstone, then I was like, nah, I'm done with this.
yeah. Ark Survival Evolved will be first on Xbox and Windows 10. Right now, while Ark Survival Evolved is on game preview on Xbox One, and it is soon coming to Xbox and Windows 10 consoles. So you know you're naked, you're freezing, and you're surviving with dinosaurs. I know you don't care too much about Ark, and I don't care either.
Nope, don't care about Ark. But apparently,
Battle
the game has a huge following.
It does. Battlefield 1 will be on EA Access October 13th.
I think we should skip the third-party games.
No. Let's really talk about this. This is kind of big because remember, EA Access is exclusive to PC and Xbox One.
No, just exclusive Xbox One.
EA Origin Access, fucking Origin, same company.
No, it's not really.
This is the
if you mention Origin
listen,
to
listen,
PC gamers, they're going to jump down your throat.
Don't
say that.
Forget that. Fuck them. Forget that. Like I was saying, this is the first for EA. EA has never done a play first trial a week out. They've never done it. This is the first. Nope, they've never done it. 5 days at the most.
Could have sworn they did it once.
Nope. 5 days at the most. Battlefield 1, play it first exclusively on Xbox One. Xbox One with EA Access October 13th. So that's a week before launch. It'll come on October 21st on Windows PC and Xbox One. Dead Rising 4 is on Xbox and Windows 10 this holiday season.
I'm sort of excited about that.
The return of Frank West and all of that. Like I am a big Frank West fan. I am excited about it. And
I'm just excited of the backdrop going back to the original.
The Willamette Mall.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's gonna be great. I hope we get a Dead. I have to say this because it's kind of long. Dead Rising Super Ultra Hyper DLC Special Prime
Are you even
EX
saying it right?
Plus Alpha. I'm just saying names.
Oh dear God.
I'm just saying names because Capcom might actually do that. Dead Rising 3's EX Plus Alpha DLC was actually pretty legit.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun.
Oh man, it was a lot of fun. We got Final Fantasy 15 footage. September 30th is the release date, as we all know already. Forza Horizon 3. Xbox One and Windows 10.
You know, I was really bummed.
Why?
Well, one, it got leaked. You know, that really sucks.
Yeah.
Two, I was really hoping that they would put some motorcycles into the game.
Yeah.
I was really counting on that. I mean, you gave us off-road vehicles in Horizon 2. Great. And you put more emphasis on it, which I understand is fine in Australia and all that. But motorcycles, man.
Yeah, but it's Australia. You know how hot it gets, son? You don't want a motorcycle to get hot on your ass.
You playing a racing game. You don't give a rat's ass.
Alright. But also, like, what Horizon 3 is offering is that they're offering a tycoon mode. So as the new boss of the Horizon Festival, you can modify all aspects of race events, and how you get to the finish is up to you. This is an Xbox Play Anywhere title, 27th of September. And if you get the Ultimate Edition, you get some free shit.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't remember, and I don't know why I don't remember.
I was just looking at it. Remember, you get the car pack.
Oh yeah, that's right. The car pass, the All Stars car pack. What else? The VIP membership.
You lose $100.
You lose $100. All right, so the Rockstar Energy Pack, the car pass, early access. You get early access, which is the most important part.
Yeah.
And you also get the VIP membership and the Motorsport All Stars car pack, the Megriar's car pack, and the Rockstar Energy. So like, yeah, it's pretty legit. Now there's pre-orders for this. Now if you get it through the Xbox dashboard.
Oh, you can. You actually. I'm sorry. We talked about this earlier. You actually can get a physical copy as well.
Yes, you can.
But no card with it. I mean, no physical card. Come on.
Yeah.
You gotta do that.
But hold on. The 2016 Mercedes-Benz C63S Coupe will be available pre-order through the Xbox dashboard. GameStop will give you 2 cars. GameStop will give you the Ferrari F88 GTB, and the 2015 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. Amazon will give you the 2016 Audi R8 V10 Plus. Best Buy will give you the 2016 Jaguar F-Type Project 7, and Microsoft Store will give you the 2016 Ford Mustang GT 350R.
You know, I'm kind of disappointed. I was really hoping that they would be like, "Oh, here, by the way, here's a demo." I was really hoping they would do that. Here you go. Go try it out right now.
Well, I like the idea of the VIP membership, and I've always liked the idea of the VIP membership with Forza, which I think I have. So it's like exclusive cars, new events, more ways for the VIP membership, all that fun stuff. So like, yeah. Gears of War. Gears of War 4, play anywhere, October 11, 2016.
Yeah, that's big.
You know, the son of Marcus Phoenix, JD Phoenix, and his friends Kate and Dell. Who was it that they brought on stage to talk about that? Oh yeah, Travis Willingham's wife.
Who is that?
Laura Bailey.
Yeah.
You know, Chun-Li.
I love her.
She was cool at Otakon though.
She is so cool.
She's funny.
She's better for her husband on stage though.
I know, they play off each other so well. Anyways, like I was saying, you know,
not as good as me as my wife though.
That's a personal opinion. Gears of War 4 returns the franchise to the dark and gritty tone of the original and includes split screen and online co-op. Did you hear that? Split screen co-op. With 60 frames a second versus multiplayer and stunning visuals powered by Unreal Engine 4, October 11th, Xbox Play Anywhere.
Wait. Did they change that? I thought 60 frames was only in-game and 30 was multiplayer.
It says 60 frames per second versus multiplayer.
Huh. Okay.
That's what it says.
They changed it.
Halo Wars 2, Xbox One, Windows 10 exclusive, February 21st, 2017. Xbox Play Anywhere. It's an RTS. If you know Halo Wars, you know Halo Wars 2.
I love Halo Wars. Sorry. I enjoyed the first one. I was really hoping that they would have gave us a Halo Wars 2 a while ago, so I'm glad that it's coming out. I'm glad that they recognize that Halo Wars did really good, even though they treated the company like crap.
Like what you talking about, Creative Assembly?
Yeah.
Well, Creative Assembly's still doing.
No, it wasn't Creative Assembly. It was just Assembly.
Okay. All right. So Inside, which is the follow-up to Limbo, June 29, 2016. So it's going to release the end of the month first on Xbox One. Limbo will be free. Limbo is currently free to Xbox players until
Actually,
the 20th.
Stop. I was wrong. It was Creative Assembly. It was something they did way back with Halo Wars. There was a big issue. But what you're saying, this is why people saw Limbo for free a couple days ahead of time.
Yep. The Inside. Yep, that's what it is. So until the 20th of June, Limbo is free. Go get that. Minecraft Realms and Add-ons. Oh my God. Cross-play between iOS, Windows Phone 10, Windows 10, and Android is the big
damn it,
thing.
Microsoft, stop spreading the freaking Minecraft madness.
It is insane. Xbox Live account holders can try Minecraft Realms on mobile and Windows 10 free through the Minecraft app. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts, man. And it's all gonna be in the cloud. In the cloud.
In the cloud, man. Up in that space.
Yeah. Recore. Xbox Play Anywhere. September 13, 2016. You're going to play as Jewel, one of the last remaining humans, and forge friendships with courageous robot companions and lead them into an epic adventure through a mysterious, dynamic world. So it looks like we're actually getting Mighty Number 9, and it looks like we're actually getting Recore.
Yeah, well, we'll wait and see on Mighty Number 9, because it should have been out. Just saying.
Yeah. So, mind you, and this comes from the people behind Metroid Prime. So
nobody knows what Metroid Prime is.
Wasn't those the GameCube games?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Come on, son. Metroid Prime was legit. People loved Metroid Prime.
Yeah, well, it had a split following. I'll leave it at that.
All right. Sea of Thieves. Rare is coming back in rare form with this one.
No
Xbox,
Battletoads, though.
Yeah, no Battletoads. I'm sad. No date. Was there a date? No date.
No
right?
date.
No date.
No, I think no. I think they got a date.
Well, we'll come back later on another episode of the Outerhaven.
Sometime this year.
Yeah, the Outerhaven. We're gonna come back on the Outerhaven podcast and talk about the date, clarify that stuff. Rare is coming back in rare forms. You're going to be pirates, so you get to play One Piece. Okay?
No.
Without all the powers.
I'd rather
So
be Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
You know, you be the pirates you want to be. Share the adventures with your friends and set your own rules, roles, and goals in a world where every sail on the horizon is another crew of players with unknown intent. So this is the MMO as they're
Not
advertising.
really.
As they're advertising it in the raw thought process, it's an MMO, but not really.
No, it's no, it's no, it's not
Yeah.
MMO.
Well, talk about it, Keith.
It has multiplayer aspects. It's not an MMO.
All right, then. Fair enough. All right, State of Decay 2, Xbox One, Windows 10 exclusive, world premiere 2017, Xbox Play Anywhere. So the next installment in State of Decay immerses you in all-new multiplayer zombie survival fantasy. Players work together to build lasting communities where choices made shape an interconnected world and form a unique experience every time.
And the big thing with that game is co-op, because I played the first one and everybody kept saying this game would be actually pretty cool with co-op. So,
Yep. Scalebound, baby. So let's talk about Platinum Games.
Platinum Games.
So Platinum Games came with the shitty Ninja Turtles game. But
after a fantastic Transformers.
and a middling Legend of Korra after a fantastic Wonderful 101.
I enjoyed Korra. Could have been better.
It was middling though. So Platinum Games and Hideki Kamiya Scalebounds bring epic adventures and battles to enormous scales through the beautiful and dangerous open world Draconis. Customize your main hero Drew and your dragon Thubin to suit your playstyles. You battle legions of soldiers and massive monsters solo or co-op with 3 additional friends on Xbox Live, Xbox Play Anywhere 2017. Tacoma. Keith, you want to talk about that one?
Nope. You talk about it.
Why I gotta talk about it?
Because you brought it up.
Aw, why you gotta be that guy? You gotta be that guy.
Because I am.
Dynamics, I love it. It is the year 2088. Humanity is taken to the stars. You step aboard the abandoned space station Tacoma. The facility's augmented reality technology. Your only connection to the crew that once lived here. What happened to them? And what role did the station's AI overseer Odin play? You discover the truth in Tacoma. Fulbright's follow-up to the genre-defining story exploration game Gone Home. This is coming to Xbox One and Windows 10 next year. Tekken 7, big story. Tekken 7.
Nobody cares about Tekken 7. Sorry, sir.
No, be honest.
I don't care about Tekken 7.
Oh, come on.
But I think it's pretty cool that they had Hihachi fighting Akuma or Koki. That was actually really cool.
But
Two
still,
old heads fighting each other.
Keep in mind, we've been begging for an actual concrete time frame for this game to come out.
We were begging for some clarification from Bandai Namco. Where is this going? You know, what system? First you said all systems, then you said no system, then you said maybe this system's like
because we knew it was in the arcades already.
Right.
And typically arcade games don't come to the United States.
No, that's not exactly true.
Well,
the smaller ones don't make it. The big ones typically do.
Street Fighter 4 arcade has never made it back to the United States after the first game.
What do you mean never made it back?
The arcade, like the actual arcade cabinet?
Well, no, we're not going to get cabinets.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the arcade cabinets.
No, we're never going to get that.
Cabinet.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. In Lower Manhattan, I saw a Street Fighter 4 cabinet. I'm like, what?
You're not going to get cabinets unless the arcade owner is going to pay for that. And at the same time, the updates and all the way they're doing it now, it's not worth it.
And the last time,
isn't.
And the last time, no, well, Dave and Buster's might do it because Dave and Buster's did have the Tekken machines.
They also had Pokken as well, but
yeah,
it was a collaboration. So
yeah. So you know, Tekken 7 gets a concrete date, not a concrete date, but a decent time frame. Early 2017. So that's usually looking around January, February, March, or April. I'm going to say February, and it's going to be on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Steam. I'm going to say February, just in time for EVO 2017.
I don't know, because everybody who's training for EVO or playing on an arcade cabinet somewhere.
No, but I mean, if it's gonna be there, and we know it's gonna be on Steam. I don't know if Namco is gonna bite the bullet and say, "Yo, let's put this as an Xbox One Play Anywhere title," because I mean, it would be pretty solid if they did that.
Sure.
but let's move on because Tom Clancy's The Division will be first on Xbox One and Windows PC. So a lot of these expansions will be available first on Xbox One and Windows PC because of the partnership that Ubisoft has with Microsoft.
Can I be honest for a second?
What's up?
Seriously, does I'm sorry, I have to say this. Does anybody really care about the Division anymore?
If they do a good job with these expansion, people might.
See, that's the problem
I
there.
know. They really started off really bad.
And then they brought the the second part, the expansion, and they did a notably worse job. They brought out stuff that broke stuff. It was like,
Did you say a phenomenally worse job?
they dropped the ball on that big time. They had issues upon issues. It was
Right.
not it was not it was not pretty. And I think the majority of the user base, they had an argument about that. They just were like, yeah, we're done, bye. Which doesn't help because they have another game coming out,
Right.
which, just might take the rest of their user base away completely. So I'm trying to understand, why would they do this to themselves?
Why are you asking me that question? I would love to answer that. I would love to know. I would love to know that myself, honestly. But
So yeah,
that being said, but hey, man, that being said, We Happy Few is going to be first to console on Xbox One. Will be early access. Will be according to the PR company that issues the game for Compulsion Games. It will be on July 26th. Not EA, early access on Steam and Xbox Game Preview on Xbox One. Um, it's basically what if England lost the World War and people were drugged up to hell? This is exactly what this game is.
well,
And
people
you're
already drug up the hell. Just saying.
shut up, Keith. I'm playing. No, but We Happy Few is pretty much you're a player basically saying, why am I going to be drugged up? We need to face our problems, and you're going to be having to play with that.
It reminds me of that one movie. I can't remember the actual name, but it's exactly like that.
The
The
Stepford
society.
Wives.
No. It was a couple movies. Like Equilibrium was one of those movies
Yeah,
that took their emotions away. But there was one fairly recent. It was all black and white,
I don't know.
and then it slowly went into color.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
I'm gonna look for that movie.
Oh, he's gonna look for that movie. It's gonna bother him for the rest of the day.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so I mean that's pretty much everything Xbox had to offer at the E3 conference. At their presentation. I mean, how would you look at it? I mean, I don't like putting ratings to it. I don't like doing that because it's so arbitrary. But how do you feel about it? What when you came out of it, Keith? What did you have to say?
I was excited for the hardware. Was excited for Dead Rising 4. Excited for Forza Horizon 3. But for the most part, I was really hoping they would have showed us more. Like Crackdown was absent. We know they're working on it. People have been
Yeah.
asking for a status update on Crackdown for a while, and they failed to mention it. And then only after the conference did we get some information that it was delayed till 2017.
Right.
At the very least, you got a brief mention or give us a sizzle reel or something regarding that game.
Teased it a little bit, right?
Right. You did nothing. We also know you're working on a new Halo. Come on. You're working on a new Halo. Give us
Yeah.
something that that you're not gonna drop the ball like you did for Halo 5.
Right.
I think their focus was hardware to let people know that, hey, we know we've had a lot of complaints regarding Xbox One, and that we're working to address the issue and future hardware revisions. I was excited about the Xbox One S. I was kind of hoping it wasn't true because it's like the tweet that somebody came out with, "Hey, Microsoft announced a console to replace a console that's being replaced," and it's like, One X, and then next year there will be the Scorpio. So at one point it feels like, okay, cool, they're addressing issues, they're giving us 4K output, which Xbox One does not have. But at the same time, it feels like a stopgap.
Right.
So At least the price is worth it. $299. That's a good
Yeah.
price, but only if you get the 500 gig one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
Yes. So I mean, as of right now, I was pretty impressed with Microsoft had to offer. Hardware. Hardware is my big deal. So I was kind of impressed, and I was just really waiting on the hardware, and just getting it done and all that fun stuff. So I wanted to
I
see.
was happy with the custom control stuff though. That's pretty cool. The controller is
I
make
think
your own
that's what
controller is really cool.
and a lot of people are saying right now that excuse me, what they're doing right now is actively stating that, and a lot of people are saying, I had the thought in my head and it's so jumbled up right now, I don't know why. A lot of people are actively saying that the Xbox One has started a controller arms race.
Well,
How do you
I
feel about
wouldn't
that?
say that it started because it already established one with the Elite. That was the first firing shot. And that's why I said earlier, I was really expecting Sony to get involved and do a controller, but they didn't.
Right.
Which I'm really surprised, especially all the people complaining that DualShock 4 Life is just garbage.
It
It is.
is. Yeah, it's really insane. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with another episode of the Experience in the next few weeks after everything's calmed down. Make sure you catch every other podcast on the site. Sony Centric, Outerhaven Podcast, the A1 Podcast, as well as the Outerhaven WWE post show recaps with myself and Josh Piedra.
Anybody got time for that?
Shut up. Anyways, I mean, yo, I bet you gonna want to start doing an NBA podcast.
Nope,
And I'm
I
just
ain't
gonna
got
say,
time
you
for
know, got
that.
time for that.
Nope, I ain't got time for that.
I mean, it is geek culture. I mean, there are NBA geeks. I'm just saying.
Then they should be on our show because I'm not talking about them.
You're not talking about Steph Curry and ESPN's over masturbation of him. Yeah, I know.
What?
What Steph Curry? Yo, listen. ESPN tends to get a hard on for anybody who's the big guy on campus currently.
Well, that's their job. Durr. That's their job.
I'm sorry. I like to stay objective.
That is their job.
Tim Duncan's the greatest. I'm not. Anyways. But all right, ladies and gentlemen. On that note, we're gonna get out of here.
He said Tim Duncan's the greatest. What the fuck?
Yo. We can fight about that.
I'll take a Wilt or an Oscar Robertson over him any day.
All
Just saying.
right, so ladies and gentlemen, Clay Navigator Bowman on behalf of Keith Mitchell, man, I'm gonna be out of here. We got things to do. Peace out.
Bye bye. Bye bye.